Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Cancer sun signs, or for those with significant Cancer placements in their chart and are needing a masculine energy to work with or balance within self, then this reading may be for you. So Cancer, the last video that I did was a Pisces sun reading. Cancer sun was next on the list, but for some reason, I don't know. I just felt like Pisces sun was the reading that I had to do. So I'm just gonna trust that was for somebody. Somebody needed to hear that message at that time. But we're gonna go back to the original list. And your reading is next, Cancer sun. So we're just gonna it's just gonna be sort of like a blip in the in the order of things, but that's okay. So Cancer sun, happy belated birthday, Cancer. My mom's a Cancer. She just had her birthday yesterday. I hope it was really great. I hope it was fun. I hope you got everything that you wished for. So let's get started with your reading. So Cancer, what's your energy at the moment? The reputable. I live my life as if my guardian angels are watching over me. Very interesting. So I feel like maybe you have a guardian angel is kind of how it's coming through. If it's not literally, it could be like just somebody who is sort of watching out for you is kind of how it's coming through. It does sort of change how you live your life is how it's feeling to me. There's Okay, anyway, we're gonna get more cards. So it does feel like you have some sort of like guardian angel or protector energy sort of watching over you. I feel like they are sort of guiding your path a bit more heavily than normal is kind of how it's feeling to me. I'm not sure why, but that's how it's feeling. Like it's kind of like especially if you're feeling like your actions at the moment are not sort of like, I don't want to say your choice, but it's kind of like you only have a certain amount of options, or like it does feel kind of like they're heavily sort of guiding you is kind of how it's feeling to me. So what are you being asked to shift into? Number 34 might be significant for you. The forgiver. I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. So there's somebody that you need to forgive. Cancer is how that's going through. You have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all. So somebody that you have to forgive. But you don't have to, but that's sort of the energy that you're being asked to shift into. Because it could also be something about with sort of like this guardian angel energy. Maybe you've been avoiding a situation like that. Perhaps you're being asked to step into that now. Okay, so you got three cards. I knew this threshold card was going to come out. So Starborn, Threshold, and the Queen. Because it does... Okay, so this is currently your energy, right? The Threshold is talking to me about, like, you haven't stepped into it yet. It could have to do with sort of, like, the Queen, the Starborn energy. I feel like there's something that you are perhaps being asked to step into as sort of like perhaps part of purpose, or like it's on your path. I was just thinking about this right before your reading, so I feel like it has something to do with your message as well, about free will, right? Like, we all have free will. I feel like we get that message a lot through spiritual readings and things like that. And free will, in my opinion, sort of sometimes can feel like it goes against destiny or fate, and like the path, so to speak. So it could be something like that. Like, maybe there's something that you need to do, but that you don't want to for whatever reason. Perhaps you're exercising your free will in that case. It does feel like, for you, whatever this is, it is supposed to be something that, like, you're... that was part of, like, a contract or something before you arrived here, right? Like, it's kind of like, it's part of your destiny or your fate, or like something that you need to accomplish, something that your soul wants to accomplish. But that you haven't stepped through it yet. Perhaps your free will choice has been, I do not want to step through this at the moment. It could be that. You do have a lot of support, though, for doing this. The riddle came out immediately. Okay, so the Forgiver and the Riddle. The Kiss at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the Kiss talks about, like, and there's the orphan underneath that, and the mother. That's interesting. The orphan and the mother. Because the riddle talks to me about, like, it's the more you try and solve a problem, the more difficult it becomes to actually figure out what the answer is. It actually kind of feels like there's, like, fighting, or if it's not fighting, like drama or arguments, or just like a lot of people disagreeing on a certain subject, and maybe Cancer, you're just trying to stay out of it, is how it's going through. You just want to stay out of it. Don't want to get involved in it, is kind of how it's feeling. Perhaps you are waiting. Perhaps your guides are asking you to wait, actually, maybe. Right? Like, it's because it's kind of like, again, you have free will, but at the same time, I do feel like if you, like, trust your guides and everything, and, like, you trust that you are protected and that you have energies that are watching out for you, that it's like, perhaps it is not time yet, but that it will be soon. Because I feel like the riddle is something that you don't want to step into. Because the way I always see this as sort of like, the energy's spinning in not a good way. In a way where it's kind of like, if you were to, like, enter into that, it's almost like it would sweep you up. Right? Kind of like or that you might get lost in it is how it's coming through. So perhaps this is a specific person or a dynamic. Anyways, we'll get more cards. The Queen, the Threshold, and the Starborn, though. That's a very powerful combination. The Beaver and the Horse. These are very Cancerian energies to me, both of them. That's amazing. That's very Cancerian. To me, it does feel like you're sort of focusing on like your home, your emotional well-being, that kind of thing. Steadily making progress. This horse card is the Master of Earth. Masterful at the earth element. So perhaps you're just focusing on like home is how it's coming through, like emotional comfort and all of that. I want to see what the horse says. Hold on. And you have zebra at the bottom of the deck. It's so interesting whenever these two cards come out together, because I feel like the zebra is not you. You're in the horse energy. It's kind of feeling like there's a situation where it's like, I feel like you're at peace at the moment is how it's feeling. Like very peaceful, very sort of like focused on yourself, right? Like nurturing yourself. But it's kind of like the situation that you would be entering would sort of put you into the zebra energy, where it's kind of like when like a pufferfish is sort of alarmed. That's sort of how I'm seeing the zebra. Like it's like you're at peace, you're peaceful, and to step into whatever this is would be like setting off a pufferfish is how it's coming through. So it could be triggering in some way. It doesn't have to be. It could just be like anyways, we'll get into it. So the horse energy, momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within this deck. It provides us with momentum, so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. Yeah, interesting. That's your energy right now, Cancer. I would stay there too, honestly, if I were in this energy. It is. I do feel like you, because when I was reading that description, I was seeing like the image of, you know how I don't know the proper names of these terms, but like when horses like jump over the fences or like the barriers. But I was seeing a horse stop right before that is kind of how it's coming through. So maybe there's some sort of like metaphorical barrier that you're having to cross, but you don't want to. That's how it's feeling to me. Anyways, the Forgiver Riddle energy. What is that? I thought I saw one flip, but did it flip? It did not flip. Okay. The zebra. It is the zebra. It is being represented as the zebra. And then you have these three cards: Fox, Dolphin, and Nightingale. Interesting. So I feel like, so maybe you are watching at a distance is how it's feeling to me. perhaps you are getting sort of like so perhaps this is a situation where you're not seeing, or like you're not in it, but you can see what's happening, is kind of how it's coming through. Especially with these two cards coming out together, because this, like, I do feel that you're being asked to move into this zebra energy. It is kind of feeling like, because this one talks about like being a visionary, being able to see something, because the way that these two lights on the forehead, it is coming through with like perhaps you're more in sort of this feminine energy, more intuitive, more sort of restful, being asked to shift into more of like perhaps a masculine energy, like leading the way kind of thing, or it is kind of feeling like standing out, right? Like you would stand out from a crowd in that way. Perhaps you don't want that. Perhaps you want to just sort of stay in your nest, is how it's feeling to me. It is feeling sort of, this energy is feeling electrified. Like you, but electrified is how it's going through. I don't know what that means for you, Cancer. It just feels like it would, so perhaps it would be exciting, but maybe that's just not your energy at the moment. Like you're peaceful. Yeah, you have elephant at the bottom of the deck. This is the card that talks about like, if it talks about like trusting the process and trusting the path, because if you are experiencing obstacles, it may not be the right path for you. So we'll leave that there. But we have the fox, the dolphin, and the nightingale. This is kind of coming through as being like three energies, especially with the riddle. This is giving me an energy of three for some reason. And that's what I'm seeing here as well. I'm going to pull more cards before we get into that. Son of Wands. Oof. Ten of Wands, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Daughter of Cups. Son of Swords. Hold on, I'm just going to pull out all the cards. Ace of Wands. Three of Cups. Ace of Swords. You have three aces. Emperor, Queen of Swords. And the Judgment card. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so, it kind of feels like there's a situation that you don't want to step into, is how it's coming through. It feels like there would be sort of a lot of burden, or with the Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, it's kind of like illusions or discomfort or like anxiety even. This Nine of Swords to me is kind of like it's a really difficult Nine of Swords, because it's not just about illusions and anxiety. It's also about like ways in which we deceive ourselves. Ways in which we deceive ourselves, and like uncomfortable truths that we don't want to look at. So it could be something like that. Like you're being asked to step into a situation where you would have to confront sort of difficult truths about yourself, or see sort of difficult truths about other people that you don't like. It's kind of like, I don't want to get involved in that. I don't want to it's just kind of a feeling that I don't want to get involved, is how that's coming through. It feels like maybe you're protecting something about your either like abundance or your peace or your independence. It could be because it's like it is feeling kind of it's feeling peaceful for you on some level, right? It's on some level it is peaceful. It is though kind of feeling like there perhaps also isn't a lot of change, though, is how it's feeling. And perhaps you are needing a change. I just feel like, Cancer, whatever change this is, or whatever threshold this is, it's like something that you are avoiding, because I feel like it would bring you a lot of unwanted attention, is how it's feeling to me. Like you would be sort of the zebra energy when you would rather just be a horse, metaphorically. Like it's like you don't want to stand out, you don't want to ruffle any feathers, you don't want to like activate anyone either. Like it's kind of, because I feel like that does happen with the zebra, because it is feeling like that. There would be some sort of like maybe you're coming in as a catalyst, Cancer, to whatever the riddle energy is. In order to change it, because you have 3 aces here. It feels like you would be going into a situation, whatever that is, to like catalyze it, to create movement in perhaps a situation that doesn't have, because you are the horse, right? It's kind of coming through like masterful at some sort of aspect. Sorry, I just saw the word asshole. Interesting. Where is that coming from? Maybe you have to forgive some sort of asshole. I don't know. Because you do have the it's interesting. I feel like you would be able to solve this riddle, whatever it is. But perhaps it's like, why should I? kind of energy. Like, why should I? So that's an energy of forgiveness, right? So perhaps there was somebody in this situation. Perhaps somebody in this situation was an asshole. And it's kind of like, why should I help this person? That's how it's coming through. especially if it's kind of like a situation where you don't anticipate them actually listening to you, right? It's kind of coming through like that. Like if it's like a situation you don't want to get involved in because perhaps in a previous cycle or whatever, they did not listen to you. And so it's kind of like, why am I wasting my breath on that, right? Like that's sort of how it's feeling. Why should I sacrifice my peace for people who won't listen to the truth? For people who won't accept truth is how it's coming through. They don't want to see the truth. They prefer to just sort of muck around in illusions. I do feel though that Cancer, if you were to step into the situation, it does kind of feel like it's like perhaps enough has changed where there is an openness, because all of these energies are quite open in my opinion. You have the fox, the dolphin, the nightingale. They're all feeling quite soft and open. Like this one has fully its attention on you. And the dolphin is kind of coming through as like wanting healing or cooperation or playfulness. It does feel kind of like the energy has shifted from whatever it is that what came before this. It is coming through with the Ace of Cups as well. It feels like to me though that they're like, perhaps you're feeling guarded about entering into the situation. Mother of Swords and the Emperor. I do feel that you would have some sort of authority in this situation to cut through an illusion that these ones are currently sort of mucking around in, is how it's coming through. With the Judgment card coming out last, like I feel like there's something about it would be sort of releasing the Riddle energy, right? Like releasing the Riddle. That's totally up to you though, Cancer. I feel like you don't have to do this. Right? It would be your sort of free will choice to not step into this. I do feel though that you are being guided to move towards this as something as being sort of like a soul contract, or like something that your higher self or whatever wants you to move through in order to complete some sort of cycle, or to like just experience something that you are meant to experience, is kind of how it's coming through here, Cancer. Starry Night, Acceptance. I'm going to read what that one says. You know that you have a place on the planet that is unique and remarkable. Allow blessings of the Creator to cascade into your being. You are so very worthy of this grace and so much more. Embrace all parts of yourself except your majesty. There are times when it may be challenging to fully accept yourself just as you are. Yet when you don't honor all parts of yourself, you are denying yourself a full experience of life. There are no wrong experiences. Each one allows you to grow as a spiritual being. Some people say that they can never accept the dark deeds that have been done on the planet. There is no need to do so. Some things are just wrong. However, in order to bring more light into the world, you must first accept yourself in all your permeations. What you deny in yourself runs your life. The more you accept yourself, the more fulfillment and life force energy you will have. The spirit of the starry night says, embrace your inner majesty, accept your life in all its configurations. Every moment has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. Forgive yourself and others. Accept all that life has provided, and harmony will ensue. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave that there. This card sums up basically the entire message. Perhaps there isn't, because these two cards are being highlighted, this is you sort of masterful at something, whatever it is for you, right? Some sort of earthy energy. You're being asked to step into this zebra energy. I feel like that's the difficult transition, because it feels like something that perhaps there's like you don't want to accept this part maybe of yourself, or it's a part that you find uncomfortable with the Starborn, or that it's like, it does feel kind of like an uncomfortable aspect of self. Like you don't want to stand out. You don't want others to see this part of you, or, you know, whatever it is. So, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.